Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Banners of Ruin and the keywords provided by developer. This is a deck builder with very nice graphics and rather hard deck builder. So I played a little bit and I always failed. I made it to first harder elite fight and was able to win once, but I think there is 3 of them and then there is the final boss which I couldn't beat. So from my perspective this is a hard game, but I'm gonna show you a piece of the run, I guess, and we will see how it works. Settings are quite fine. You can switch off some stuff, properly working resolution and sound settings, so should be fine. Not too loud, I hope. So yeah, now it's kind of changing resolution for some weird reason when I just did nothing really. Also quite important element is unlocks. Those work very similar to Slay the Spire. They seem to have just cards, so basically you get 3 cards per type. We have the warrior with 3 cards and 3 passives, and then we have the priest, also 3 cards and passives, and rogue, same story, right? So 9 cards only and 9 passives. Passives you get after a couple of levels. They work kinda like artifacts, more or less, in Slay the Spire, and cards are just, well, 9 more cards. So let's maybe start the run. I'm trying to find a new game. Right, new game. Let's see this. I'm not sure what was there. Brave fair hair. I'm not sure what those mean, to be honest. Beaver hair. It's the types. You know what? Let's try this beaver hair. Let's see what happens. I never tried those. Right, so yes, we have beaver hair for a starting character, and this is how it works. So you have 3 choices, as usually happens in Slay the Spire type of games. You have a choice where to go, and you're supposed to go all the way to first harder fight, second harder fight, and then the boss. It's like 17 rounds to get to first hard fight. This is cards, I guess. Yeah, that's the cards. Here is our team. At this point we have 2 characters and we have money as well. So let's go maybe back, and we can now choose. We can take money or card. I will take the card. We should get money anyway. So I'm just gonna try to find something useful. Every time you move, gain power. This is weird. It's not bad actually, but I would have to have cards that can do it. So I would go for this instead. That's some damage at least. Right. So this is the mandatory beginning. You just pick the first bonus, then you go 1 step, and then there's the fight. We have HP and armor. Armor is kinda like shield. It works at the very beginning of the fight, and then it gets replenished in the next fight. So we have weak armor on the beaver and better armor on the hare. They all have weak armors of 6, and we normally play the cards. We have 3 or 2. Actually, we have 2 action points per character, and cards cost either action points or mana. Mana is very rarely used, generally speaking, so it's mostly about action points. So what can we do here? We can switch to the hare and try to attack with hatchet, like this. We get more power because the card works this way that if we destroy enemy shield, it gives us bonus. So now we hit for 2 more, so we should hit for 7, right? And we're out of action points, so we can use something on this guy. I could attack maybe. No, it's just the bonus. Alright. Discard a card. Can't use it. Alright, so I'm gonna use this. Not sure if it's going to stay. I will take damage, sadly. It's a bit slow, to be honest. The movement is a bit slow, the animations. I would like it to have instant animations, but it doesn't seem so to be possible. So right, this should be strong attack. By the way, our guy is almost dead for some reason. we're going to change to maybe that would be very powerful actually. So let's take it. We might end up with just one character actually, but we'll see. So we now enter the city. I'm not sure there will be another fight. No, there isn't. Yes, there is. There is another fight, mandatory. So as you can see, there's 17 steps. I'm gonna take just one of them. And well, what to do? Equal to weapon damage. Yeah, but that would give me 12 damage, but only in the next round. So I'm gonna attack with this. And I should do at least enough damage to kill one guy. So we'll probably play with the other guy when the beaver dies, and then I will probably wrap it up, because as you can see, you can fail badly unless you can heal him eventually. I'm not gonna just do another run for the sake of it. Right, so let's attack with this. Right. And tensions, maybe this. That would be 6 damage to everybody, which is not much, but might be enough. Yes, so this can heal. This would give us some modification to deck, probably upgrade or duplication of card. I'm gonna go with this one. So we can heal our beaver. This will probably dissipate in 3 rounds, possibly. Or not. I'm not sure what 3 means. Let's go with this. Yes, it's gonna go down. If we go for 2 more moves, it's gonna, well, it's gonna disappear. So now it goes down by 1. If we win this one, which we probably won't, yeah, I have to do this. There's no other option really. And maybe, probably not. Doing 3 damage is nothing, so let's just do this. And if we survive it, we might be able to retaliate. Let's see what happens. Right, so far so good. Still alive. I know why I'm taking so much damage, it's really quite ridiculous. So maybe that's more damage. Yes, that was 16 and he's going to die. And we can do more damage to this guy. Do I want to do... No, I want to shield myself. So now they take DOT, which is bleeding. Hopefully. They should. They should take DOT and they're not. I don't really get it why it's... I mean, I finished the round and it didn't do the DOT. And it's still my round. Like, very weird. I don't really get it, but I had it before as well. I'm not sure what's going on with this. And there will be 5 damage as well. And can I? No. I can kill one of them at least. Apply yes. That's gonna be useful. We can move him, but it does nothing. And we take damage, but no, he did nothing really. He just played some evade. Evade is bad. Defend, gain 8. I'm not sure what this evade thing. Well, let's just do 8 damage. He did something that said evade and he didn't evade. I think evade would be that he doesn't take damage for one attack, but apparently that's something else. Alright, so we're gonna have to level up. I always take action points and then we can pick a card. Well, no armor, that would be useful I guess. And then we can switch to the hair. Again, action points and... oh, there's nothing good here. Maybe this one. Alright, so those should disappear. That is a chance to heal, that's exactly what we want. And we can heal our beaver as well. And those disappeared. And that would be a mandatory fight or anxiety. 5 damage. Let's take 5 damage. Let's see if we can avoid combat. Decoy. Not sure what it does. Maybe this. Okay, so this moved, we made one step. This heavy patrol. Heavy patrol is gonna kill us. But it changed into search party. Alright. Search party is maybe doable. Heavy patrol, it's not. It's too hard. So we won't be able to do it. I'm gonna give him this power. I think it's 12. So that's actually useful. Wait. Yeah. Problem is you cannot stop this card. I click the card and if I wanted to change, I can't change, right? So that's the problem. If you click, well, you have to go with it. That's a bit of a problem. You can't change your mind, because I wanted to use this actually, and I couldn't. Right, so now you're gonna take damage, of course, like this, and we might be able to win eventually. So that's 10. That's bleeding. Let's do bleeding. Let's do this. And that will be 10. That's not enough, but we can shield. Alright. Again, he should take. Yeah, now he takes. See, I finished the round. He took 4 damage, and the bleeding went to 3. And before it didn't. So I don't know. It might be a bug. It's very weird. Okay, so I can still do some damage. That's 5, 8, and 6, and that's it, I guess. Right. Again, we're waiting for the move. Took 8 damage and bleeding, and that's the damage, and we win. Card, maybe this. I'm pretty sure it's useful. Okay. So light foods. Yeah, we can buy a card. Why not? Let's see what's there. I would go for. Well, that's bad. They're all bad, actually. You know what? I'm gonna leave. I just want some damage. There's nothing there. I'm probably gonna do crossroads. And that's a mandatory fight again. That's a elite. You know what? I can go for elite. We will see the elite and I will finish here. Just so that you see. Yeah, see, that's the elite. So we have harder guy and generally 5 enemies. Let's attack like this. I'm gonna maybe gain this as well. There will be 6 to rank. 1 finisher. And I guess that's it. So let's see what happens. We're almost dead. He got Fury, which is bad. Lowest. Okay. That's bleeding. And that's something. That would be, ooh, 20. We can kill this guy. And that's it. Let's see what happens. Probably we die. Yes, we die. And we can still do something. 5 damage. That would be... No, I can't use it. Weird. Let's take his armor. And we can discard whatever. Doesn't really matter. We can do 17 damage to both of them. So we're probably dead. Let's see what I can do. Almost nothing. Yeah. I have one card that does damage. Another one. And I'm dead. If he does 7 damage, I'm dead. And he does 8. So I'm dead. Right? Probably yes. Yes, dead. So that gives us some experience. As you can see here, we're closer to unlocking the card or the passive. We might get some tokens after the level up. Right now we probably don't have any. Yes, we have no unlocked tokens. So that's how it works. Generally you go for a couple of rounds, you do a couple of fights, and if you do well, then you break through all the way to first, we can say, mini boss, and then all the way to the end. And if not, you die trying. I think it's a pretty good game overall. Nice graphics. There is some cards, there is some passives, not many. but they are well drawn, and there is quite a lot of them for variety of builds. It depends what kind of passive you get, it depends what weapon you use and what cards you get in your deck. So there is some variety here. It could be more, of course, especially when it comes to unlocks. You don't really unlock much. You just get those 9 passives and 9 cards, which is very, very little. Slay the Spire doesn't give you that many cards as well, but it has tons of artifacts. And here we just have a couple of passives and that's it. It's just not much. I think generally it has a little bit, well, not that many cards. It's not like there isn't enough to make a build, because there is, but if you compare with just some older games with more content, then here as well you might think that there could be more. There is a couple of armor pieces, a couple of weapons, and then all the attacking and defensive cards, but that's pretty much it. You don't really get that big variety. 9 more or a couple of passives more that you may not even see in your fight, because if you don't make it to level 3 you won't see any passives, and if you do you just see one passive and then you might die anyway. It just a little bit less content but very well presented, so that's what we can say. Also, it's not that cheap, the game. So I would wait for sale. I don't think it's gonna grow much in content, maybe a bit, but I don't think it's gonna really validate the price. I mean, the game is more expensive than Slay the Spire and has less content, so that's quite weird. But it's very fun to play. It's one of the deck builders that make sense and are well presented and are just pleasant to play. Like, let's say, Fate Hunters, which was also very nice game with properly done graphics and lots of cards. Actually, it was also more complex than this. I think the game is a little bit overhyped when it comes to graphics and the price. Because, well, yes, okay, the graphics are fine. The price is higher, probably because of the graphics, but there isn't much that follows it. It's just, I would say, an average game properly presented. But it's not really validating the high price and the content that's in the game. There might be more stuff added, possibly, but I don't think that the core gameplay will change a lot. I mean, there might be a couple more cards added. Maybe there will be some improvement, but if you compare it to, let's say, Griftlands, which even now has more stuff in the game, definitely more cards and more modifiers that you can get, and it's also cheaper. So the game just doesn't compete well with the competition. But if you ever grab it on sale, it's definitely worth getting if you like deck builders. I personally do like deck builders. I played quite a lot of them, and this one is definitely quite pleasant. It's just not very well priced against the content. It's just what you have seen, more or less, right? You go for those 3 mini bosses, you have this team of animals, you deck them with cards, weapons and armor, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't really go much deeper than that. It's a fun little game, very well looking, but a bit overpriced. So I would give it 6 out of 10 because it's above average in terms of presentation. I think that's why it's above average. Clearly looks nice, and the cards are just, I would say, okay. Could be much more, but there isn't. But I can say it's just almost nothing there. It's just average. It could be, should be much more. I think should be much deeper game, because with these graphics it could be really a nice pretendant to one of the best roguelikes, but it would need tons and tons of content to validate it. As it stands, it's good looking, overpriced, properly working deck builder. If you like them, then sure, grab it when it's cheap, but otherwise you should rather grab other deck builders first and then maybe this one. So I give it 6 out of 10. Recommendation for fans of the genre. Everyone else should just wait for a deep sale, I think, because that would be a good idea. But overall, it was a pleasant experience. I'm gonna keep the game and play it a bit more. Probably, I will at least try to get some unlocks. Probably, and do a few more attempts to just beat it eventually, maybe. But yeah, every time I try it, it's like it works properly. It could have those instant animations maybe to make it a bit faster, because well, you just click cards rather quickly and go through run after run, so every slowdown is kind of annoying. But overall, it's quite interesting, and it's nice to have a properly done deck and go a bit further. It is possible to go further. My friend was able to beat the game with a specific build. I was able to go all the way to the first boss and beat it. So yes, some runs are much worse and some are better. But overall, I would say it's a rather hard game. There might be some decks that can win, but most of the casual gameplay will end up in a very quick failure even before the first mini boss. But well, some people are after that. Some people like hard games and even hard deck builders. So if you like hard games, that's definitely a plus for you to buy it. If not, then you might be just a bit frustrated. But still, it's a quite pleasant game to play. So that was Banners of Ruin. I give it 6 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in the next review.